Hello everyone, welcome to the first MagicaVoxel tutorial for Veloren. So the first few videos of tutorials are going to be very basic and beginner friendly, so we are not going to dive in the specifics for Veloren yet, but we are just going to introduce the software as it is. So today we are just going to see how to change the camera, how to change the proportions of the box you're working on, and the three different modes uh, of viewing in MagicaVoxel. So right now we're on the perspective camera, uh, and it's decent, but when using the keyboard to move around, it becomes very limited because your movement is not totally free. So I would suggest using the freestyle camera. That way you can move with the keyboard and becomes much easier to zoom in and to work on your assets more closely and more freely. So yeah, you can use W, A, S, D, E, and Q to move the camera as you want. And you can also use the right click. If you keep your finger on the right click, you can move the camera like this. The two other cameras, so the orthogonal camera and the isometric camera, are not really useful for building mode, but they are mostly useful when rendering stuff for screenshots. So my recommendation is to always use the freestyle camera when working on creating assets. So now let's look at how to change the proportions of the box you're working on in MagicaVoxel. So the limit is 256 by 256 by 256. So that's a pretty big box. It used to be half of it, but with the latest MagicaVoxel version, it's 256. Of course, you can make stuff as small as you want. So right now we have reduced it. So the cube we had in the beginning has been cut in a bit because it's below the proportion it used to be. So yeah, the cube used to be 40 by 40 by 40. So if you go below, it will actually delete what's in the box. That's going to be removed as well. So now let's look at the three modes in MagicaVoxel. So there is the model mode, which is the part the mode where you're going to be the most because it's where you create the assets. There is the render mode, which is mostly for screenshots and to have like a better idea of how it how it looks with the shaders, the lighting, ground, and everything. So yeah, we can see the lightning and the shadows and everything on the render mode. And there is one last mode, which is when you want to create bigger assets than the 200 by 56 256 box. It's called the world mode. You can find it on the top right, which is this triangle. And when going into world mode, you can actually have a much bigger space to work on. But we will cover it in future videos because it's not something useful for beginners. So thank you everyone for watching the first video, and I will see you around for the next tutorial. Bye.